Get also there's Charity Ngilu who's been lined up there. On one side there's Guru, there's Martha Karua on the other side, and Charity Ngilu. Who among them brings the best opportunity for that team? Who forms the best winning ticket?
Well, first, Trevor, the selection of a running mate is the first most important national decision that a presidential candidate makes. And that gives the people a barometer or a bearing of their priorities, their interests, their inclination, and what they believe in or what they don't believe in. For Raila Odinga, for William Ruto, the ultimate settlement on who is it amongst these candidates on their sides that they will have as a running mate will tell us what is it that they believe in and which direction their governance is likely to face, if at all the citizens confer upon them such opportunity to serve as the executive in this country. Secondly, we need to appreciate that the person of a running mate, potentially a deputy president, needs to help the president then to govern. With the benefit of retrospect from 2013 hitherto, we have seen the duo, Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, working together in the first term and going separate ways, asunder, literally, politically, in this second term. Therefore, looking or casting our eyes on these potential candidates here, we ask ourselves, what weight does the persons on the right, or rather on the part of Azimio, bring, and what rights and benefits do they bring on the part of Kenya Kwanza? Now, the same way it was for Joe Biden in the year 2020, upon the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd, and the critical issues affecting the black persons in the US, he settled first on the issue of race, electing, and he said prior that he'll choose possibly a person of color. Secondly, a woman. In this election, the issue of gender seems to be a bit entertaining in terms of being not particularly heavily consequential, but having a tilting effect in the outcome of this election. And that's why the names of persons such as Honorable Martha Karua, Senior Counsel, or Charity Ngilu, Governor. On the other side, Madam Governor Guru. Yeah. Now, looking at Charity Ngilu, history has a place for her. A very colorful political career. She contested even earlier, in 1997, I think, I remember Masaya Ngilu, her mantra. And she has been in the political arena since then, up to now, having served even in the cabinet, now as governor. Thing is this, Charity Ngilu seems to be challenging even the political authority of Kalonzo Musyoka in Ukambani. In fact, she is an alternative power base in Ukambani upon the absolute exit of Kalonzo Musyoka. If Raila Odinga settles on Charity Ngilu, it will politically vanquish Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka, as we see him and how he has been making some demands, and even here he has been saying that he cannot attend the vetting process by the panel that has been constituted by the Azimio team. Kalonzo Musyoka feels he has got a paternalistic right to be Raila Odinga's running mate. And that, with that kind of attitudinal approach to the present situation within Azimio, it may be a bit difficult for Raila Odinga to think of Kalonzo Musyoka as a possible running mate because of the stance already taken.
But doesn't he have a point, having deputized him before?
The point is there, but I can't seem to see it. Now, as a matter of fact...
Invisible point.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he has served as vice president. But remember that settling on the person of a running mate is a personal issue of the presidential candidate. It's not about your history. It's not about your clout, so much personal. It is the decision of the running mate, or rather the presidential candidate, to determine who is it that they can have a quick chemistry to work together, who is it that will make the governance easier for them. Now, for example, I guess, when we look at William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta right now, we've seen that initially their primary goal was to win power, and they did. But now governance became a challenge for both of them. And ambition is something that is critical here. Kalonzo Musyoka considers himself a possible president for this country.
Yeah.
And so it is even with all these other candidates that are likely to be picked. Remember that somebody serving as deputy president is a president on attachment or pupillage. It is somebody who is actually rehearsing to be president. And the Constitution provides for the same.
Yeah.
That somebody in the office of the deputy president should be able to serve as president upon, say, for example, the demise of a president, resignation, incapacitation, etc.
Yeah.
And so, beyond the issue, of course, it will be a tricky issue to consider whether they want somebody very ambitious, as fellow counsel Elias has indicated here.
Yeah.
Deputy President William Ruto is in a very unique position. He is presently serving as deputy president, and he has got clearer lenses than even Raila Odinga on the issue of the office of deputy president. Will he want somebody who is exactly like him, better than him, ambitious as him, or perhaps less ambitious? As Mark Antony tells us in Shakespeare's play, Julius Caesar, ambition is made of sterner stuff. The person to serve as deputy president must be somebody not only ambitious, but with sterner stuff in terms of the ambition burning their bosom.
Yeah.
And so when you look at Martha Karua, you will agree that she's somebody likely to bring credibility to the candidature of Raila Odinga, if settled upon. And given that she believes strongly in the rule of law, it will be a plus. Remember that, for example, in 2012, when Republican candidate Mitt Romney was running for president, he settled on Paul Ryan for one reason, that Mitt Romney was not considered, even though having served as governor of Massachusetts, was not considered as having the experience of matters legislation in Washington or the affairs of Capitol Hill. And Paul Ryan, a ranking member of the Republican Party in the legislature, was best placed as a running mate, and they had critical chemistry. So here, Martha Karua will provide so much of the push, the position of the rule of law, constitutionalism, and she's a fierce defender of the Constitution. That will be a plus for Raila Odinga's candidature.
Okay.
On the other side of Ann Waiguru, remember that she's a serving governor. Fellow Councillor Omolo here has indicated that various allegations have been cast upon her. But of course, we know that one is innocent until proven guilty. We're all lawyers here. And presently, of course, we know that matters of public service are increasingly dependent on private character. No court of law, competent court of law, has charged Ann Waiguru successfully.
Charged?
No, she has...
Convicted?
No, she has not been convicted. It has not been settled in law that she's not worthy of public service by way of Chapter 6 of the Constitution.
Yeah.
And so that's a critical issue to consider. But like I said, in the event that Raila Odinga settles on Charity Ngilu or Martha Karua, and William Ruto settles on Ann Waiguru, then it will bring an equilibrium on the gender issue.
Yeah.
But for instance, if William Ruto settles on Kithure Kindiki or JB Muturi, and Raila Odinga settles on Martha Karua, then while it will be an exciting race, it's possible that the gender effect will have a consequence on the outcome of the election.
Yeah,